deals. No getting stuck in delivery, just proven strategies and real experiences to help you build a 7-figure business that runs without you. Ready to break the ceiling? Let's dive in. Quick knockbacks, ghosting after you felt like a solid first call, deals you thought were locked in, gone. If you're nodding your head right now, let me ask, have you ever lost a deal and thought, what did I miss? You followed your usual process, you showed the value, but something didn't land, something was off, and that something, you didn't fully understand their world. Hi, I'm Paul, and welcome to the Paul Higgins podcast, and this is just you and I today in episode 605, and today we're going to fix that understanding. Back at Coca-Cola, we had plenty of advantages, brand recognition, superior formulations, and world-class marketing. But the one that really stood out to me was deep customer understanding. We worked with global food service franchisees, McDonald's, Subway, Burger King, you know them, and also plenty of great local ones as well. And at the time, I was running the food service division in Australia, which had the highest per capita franchise presence in the world. Now, we've got the highest per capita in most things because we're a very small population, but we certainly had it for franchise systems. And when I took over this role, we were losing market share fast. I was put in the role to stop the bleeding. I knew definition of insanity. By doing the same things would get us the same outcomes. So I looked externally. I really looked outside the square. I brought in the best franchising consultant who used to consult to the franchisors and how to improve their business to teach me and my team how both the franchisor and also the franchisees actually made decisions. It was a move outside the norm, as I said, and to be honest, the hardest sell was internal. First to get the budget, but then also to show them that we had to do it differently. But having an outside voice gave me validation and made it easier to shift direction. Within months, we completely changed our proposals and offers. We didn't just sell to franchisors and franchisees, we understood them. No more internal guesswork, no more half-baked franchise personas, things that we made up based on our own perspective of the world. And we also hit the road. We walked their kitchens, walked their floors, and really understood it at multi-levels. And we listened deeply to what worked, what didn't, and what really drove sales and their sales. I remember one client in particular. They barred all of our people from the office. We had a 7-figure dispute with them, and we were getting zero traction. It had been going on for a long time. It was messy. A bot sponsorship deal for a race car had made things worse with a world champion motorcycle rider that switched to car racing. You might know who that is. But working alongside the consultant, we finally saw what needed to change. That external insight gave us a way back in and a deal that worked for both sides. That feedback saved us months of missed targets and unlocked a win that no internal brainstorming would ever produce. Fast forward to today. If you've picked a great niche, that is awesome. If not, go back and listen to episode 388, Super Niche to Scale Faster, and then move on it. But here's the real question. Do you truly understand how the niche or niche buys, budgets, and makes decisions? Because choosing a niche doesn't mean updating your LinkedIn headline or profile. That's the easy bit. It means knowing their internal language, what metrics actually matter to them, the risks that keep them up at night. Otherwise, you're like a tourist speaking high school French or Italian that I'm learning at the moment. You sound close, but not close enough to build trust. Here's what happens when you skip this work. You pitch features instead of solving business problems. Your proposals sound like everyone else in your space, and the clients think they don't get us. That's why your calls get ghosted. That's why your deals go cold after demos, and that's why your win rate stalls, even when your tech is absolutely solid. In a crowded market, the real differentiator isn't what you do, it's how deeply you understand what they do. If you want to dominate a niche or a niche, you need real insight. Here's how to get it, step by step. 1, interview 5 people in the niche. Don't ask about your service, ask about their business. Questions like, what's the hardest part of your role? What internal red tape slows things down, etc. 2, audit existing buyers. Look at your past wins. What did they say yes to? What almost killed the deal? Map it, repeat it, refine it. 3, bring in an industry guide or an expert like I did. Find someone who's actually worked in the niche or niche. Pay them for a 90-minute session. Ask them to review your proposals. Listen to the sales calls. Pressure test your assumptions. Now, you can use AI for this, but they'll have information that's proprietary, that it's not on record, right? And really drill in and ask them that. I did it at Coca-Cola. Now, what I do is help SaaS consulting partners to do this in our group calls. And it's one of the fastest paths to real credibility in a space. Take Jed, a Zoho partner I mentor. He chose estate planning attorneys as his niche or niche. But he didn't stop there. He embedded himself. He sat in webinars, he went to industry events, read their reports, and interviewed 3 attorneys before making a single offer. And he went deep into even understanding their profit and loss and how they viewed the key things that moved the needle. The hidden gem, he partnered with a drafting expert who brought priceless insights into the sales process. And the result, big deals and retainers closed in just 60 days. Why? Because his messaging hit so close to home. They said, it's like you read my mind, Jed. That's the power of research. That's what makes you defensible. So here's the challenge. If you're serious about winning bigger deals, don't just pick a niche, earn it. I've put together a research playbook that includes my top 5 deep dive questions, interview tips, and a bit of a checklist to pick your niche and make sure the questions are aligned to the niche strategy. Want it? Just email me at paul@paulhigginsmentoring.com with the word research and I'll send it to you straight away. It's the one move that can change everything: how you sell, how you position, and how often you win. I'll see you next time on the Paul Higgins podcast. What's one shift you can make from today's episode? Send me a message. I reply to everyone. And if this helped, share it with a SaaS consulting partner ready to scale beyond 6 figures. Because breaking the ceiling starts with one action.